Welcome back everybody to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida, but today we're not at Haulover. If you can't tell, we are visiting Boca. And this Donzi's making its way out the inlet. You can see the white caps in the background. It's gonna be another rough day. Our captains are gonna have a rough one, but let's see how everybody fares as they do battle with Boca Inlet. Our first contestant to step in the ring and do battle with Boca is gonna show you a unique concept. Not necessarily a unique boat, this is a Yamaha jet boat. We see them all the time, but the way they're battling the inlet's a little different. They put two people on the stern of the vessel, hoping to get the bow up, and man, they got the bow up, but they landed hard. I bet those guys are absolutely regretting being on the stern of this boat right now, and this is not a safe idea. We absolutely do not condone this here at Boats vs. Haulover, especially with no life jackets on. And to give you an idea of just how rough it is, as they were coming out of Boca Inlet, they wound up losing their cooler just after this scene, and most of their supplies. This crew's coming back to grab everything, which is a good idea. The last thing we want to do is leave a cooler, especially a hard-sided cooler like this one, outside the inlet. It just becomes a hazard. Somebody could hit it at speed, cause damage, or worse. But I'm probably guessing at this point that our crew here is probably regretting the idea of even coming out of Boca Inlet today. It is rough out here. They're bobbing around trying to grab as many of their supplies as they can, but it makes it difficult to see as vessels are trying to come by. There's still white caps, which is going to make everything blend in, and these guys are basically taking waves over the bow as they go, and it's just making for a rough, miserable ride, I bet. But this crew hangs it out, tries to get all their stuff, but unfortunately, even though they successfully get most of their items, they do also successfully take a loss for the boats in this round. One of the first rules of coming through an inlet, you absolutely have to respect the inlet. You never know what to expect when you're coming through, and this crew right here does it with style. And when I say does it with style, I'm not necessarily just referring about how they're handling the conditions, but the fact that every kid in this boat basically has a life jacket on. We very rarely ever see this, and I'll tell you what, speaking of respecting things, I have much respect for this captain and his crew for handling it this way, and they actually look pretty good coming through the inlet as well, and they're easily going to take a win for the boats here in the second round. While our last captain had respect for the inlet, kept everybody out of the bow, even though we had some people in front of the console, nobody was actually all the way forward. But our next captain, well, they're going to ignore that rule a little bit, and it's not even a person, they're going to have their dog up there, but the dog quickly realizes this is not the place to be. Our captain's smart here, he does have to slow down because the dog walked up there, but of course Boca's going to teach the dog a lesson that you really don't want to ride in the bow of the vessel as you're coming out of the inlet. And even though the vessel doesn't handle it terribly, we're going to go ahead and give Boca the win for the lesson that was given. And that's going to take us into our fourth round, and we've got a new member of Team Send It. This crew right here is about to haul tail, bringing it in this vessel into Boca. These guys wanted to be on Team Send It so bad, they said, damn the chiropractor bills, we're just going to straight send it. And that's exactly what they've done here. This is one of the rougher rides we actually see through the day. I have to imagine these guys are feeling it at the end of this one, but they take a win for the boats in this round. And that's going to take us into our fifth and final round, tied at 2 apiece, and who will take the win this week? Will it be the boats or Boca Inlet? And here we've got this catamaran coming out of Boca, and these guys actually have a pretty close call here. They kind of get a little sideways as the waves start smacking them, and the next thing we know, they're heading toward the rocks. If you look over here as well where the dark sections are, that's actually submerged rocks as well. Our guys are going to head out, but you know what? They're going to make the last second turn and barely clear these rocks, but I can't really call this one. They had a pretty rough ride, almost putting the vessel in jeopardy, but they do wind up barely squeaking it out. So I'm going to let you guys call it. Who takes the win this week? Let me know in the comments below whether the boats or Boca Inlet takes the win in this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who gets us all these great images down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.